Here we are at Vickers Geode Mine. It's kind of near Keokuk, which is really well known for their geodes, kind of on the border of Illinois, Iowa. And we're going to be digging up these awesome geodes today. I've never really been here before. Kind of be nice to have a guide. Huh.
Somebody said they needed a geode guide?
Oh, so I guess I found my guide. Oh man. Just out of nowhere, here we go. We got Noodle from Missouri. He does guides all over America, specializing in the Keokuk geode area. And he actually cracks these geodes. Later on in the video, he's got this, what do you call it, the Geode Cracker?
Geode Cracker, yeah, it's an old iron pipe cutter.
Yeah, so we're going to be cracking these things because what happens at these mines here, you get a 5-gallon bucket for 20 bucks. That price could change at this location in the future or differ at other locations, but right now you get a 5-gallon bucket. You find the geodes, as you're going to see. It's really easy. You take them home, or if you've got a guide, he can do that on site, as you're going to see this time. Or you can take them home, crack them open, and find these awesome crystals. So yeah.
There's over 32 different mineral formations found in the area.
32 different minerals. What? So let's go check this place out and see what this got to offer. Go through the gate right here. Here's the mine behind us. We're gonna go up and check it on out. But what I want to get you guys to know is, if you ever come, give the guy the call, Johnny. And what he's gonna do is he's gonna take his skid steer and he's gonna make sure you guys find plenty of geodes. That, you know, you could come here and you could pick them out of the wall, but if he comes in with his machine and takes the wall out, like you're gonna see what he just did, the geodes just start falling out of the wall everywhere. And you can just load up your buckets. Let's go check it out. So at this location, Johnny uses the skid steer to go through this limestone and clay and rip a section out. And for these geodes, that's a great thing because they're all solid and very few are you gonna mess up or break. So he can go through, do a nice section for you guys when you come out. You're gonna have geodes to pick up like crazy. So here we go. Noodle is pulling them out left and right, you know, and it's just that easy. They look like big potatoes, small eggs, stuff like that. So they're pretty easy to find. And what he was telling me is that you can shake them, and they're called what, rattlers? Rattler
shakers.
Rattlers, because you shake them, and what happens is sometimes they're hollow, and you're going to hear some of the material inside shaking around, because not all the time will they have crystals. About 20% of the time or something like that. We're going to find out and see how many of these things will actually have nice crystals inside. What? Look at all these geodes in like, what, 3 minutes? So I mean, you're gonna fill up a 5-gallon bucket pretty quick.
Oh yeah. What you found down there was second-hand, third-hand pickings, I guess. They went through the pile a couple times and he spread it out for the last run. Up here is where they were formed in the ground. It's within the clay and the limestone.
This is a pretty cool place, huh? You can see all in those layers, just geodes sticking out. Look at this right here. So he just came in with a machine, and this gives you a super good idea of how these geodes just form in these walls. Here's one, apparently when he went through it, cracked it right open. Look at those crystals. Nice. You can also do that and it'll loosen these up. Watch, pop it right out. So that's going to have a potential geode.
You gotta watch not hitting them. They'll end up broken like this guy here.
Yep, if you tap into them.
It happens.
Geodes all in here. You can dig them out of the wall. So he came in with a couple of good swipes and just went right up against this wall. And no one has collected yet. We're the first to just check this out. And there's geodes all in here. So it's going to be a battle to see who gets them. So this one's already cracked by the machine, but at this location and other locations, you don't want to, and it's against the rules to crack them on site. Yep. What you do is you collect them, put them in the bucket.
You put them in the bucket, and you take them back to the campsite after you've bought them, and you can crack them there. To find a good one, you want to feel for light ones. Take 2 different ones that are of the same size. feel the weight difference, and go for the lighter one. And better yet, go for the shaker. He just happens to have a shaker. Check that out.
Can you hear it?
You know that's hollow, but
It doesn't mean it's pretty. You're saying, so it's gonna have crystals in there.
Now it's kind of fun sometimes to pluck them out of the wall. You can even find them in this alluvial dirt layer, but the wall is really fun because they've been there for millions of years. And Noodle is going to show us the proper way to get these out of the wall.
you don't want to hit the geode. You want to hit around it. Below is good because it'll pop it out away from it.
So you could hit it, pry it, anything to just pull it right out. No shake?
No shake. Feels a little light though. See what it looks like here when we get back to camp.
What? This is the biggest one I've found yet. But he told me that one, what, 250 pounds came out of here?
200.
200 pounds?
200 pounds is the largest one.
So what is that, like 200 pounds? So there's been a 200-pound geode come from this location. So we're gonna pry this big boy out of the wall here. There it is. And look at this. You got one right here, one right there, there. They're all gonna just pop out. That's crazy. Look at that. Oh. Filling it up.
There we go. Look at that.
Oh, look at that.
Just popped out. Look at this one
just
here.
Just popping out right out of the wall.
Right there. Now that's
Right.
that's an old horn coral right there.
Oh,
yeah.
A fossil.
Yep, fossil geode.
Look at that. Fossil geode.
Yeah, they're a little
just
higher on the rarity
everywhere
chart.
in this wall. That is crazy. And they're pretty easy to dig out too. That's one that had popped open
on the way down.
On the way out. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Uh-oh. We have possibly a big pancake geode, flat geode, maybe coming out of the wall. Oh, it is? No kidding. So that has a chance of having crystals in it. Look at that.
Now that we got our bucket of geodes, let's go back to camp and take a crack at finding a good one.
So here behind me and all around is a really nice camping area, and for a slight additional fee, you can camp out right here along the creek, right where there's geodes to be found as well. So you could be camping right on top of the geodes actually. This one has a slight rattle. Can you hear it? I'm not sure, but let's see what happens here. Let me grab my safety glasses. All right. Ooh, nailed it. But we got her done. Look at that. Crystals popping out everywhere. So here we have a rattler. Can you hear that? So this one should break fairly easy. Yep, look at that. And there we have some quartz crystals, some calcite. Look, no wonder it was rattling with all of these crystals in there. Look at that. Crystal rattler. So here we are with our geodes, and there's a lot of ways to do these.
We use this one for the small ones. This is a pipe cutter, old-fashioned. And we use this one for the large ones. I can get one a little bit bigger than a cantaloupe out of it.
So here we have a few little small geodes. Noodle's gonna crack one open for us with the small geode cracker here. You just twist it, and what it does, it equally puts pressure all the way around that geode so that in most cases it's gonna crack it in two pieces. Okay, I believe I heard the crack. So in this one, it was a pretty cool crack because on one side you've got the quartz crystals, and then on the other side you've got the quartz crystals with, looks like limonite after siderite. So it's a pretty cool little piece. So here's another one we just cracked. It's got a little calcite crystal on top of the quartz crystals. Really neat. What? So here's a couple more we just cracked. You can see these aren't complete duds, but there's really not much to that top one. And then the bottom one has so much stuff that grew into it. It's just too much growth. So they're not really particularly ideal for keeping, but they're still pretty cool. So all of these things aren't going to be perfect geodes, as you can see, but that's the fun of it. We got a rattler here. I can hear it shaking. So what that means is this thing is hollow. It's gonna pop out.
It did.
It did, or is it still?
No, it's
oh,
going.
it's already popped out. Oh, oh, it popped. I didn't even hear it. And there it is, all cracked open. You can see some nice little quartz crystals, calcite, dolomite, and look at that. That's what was rattling. Super tiny, mini baby crystals. What? Here we go, cracking open one that's a little bit big for the small one. Let's see what we got here.
Nope, it's a solid one.
And that's a solid. So here's what happens. A lot of times you're gonna get these solid pieces, and they are just pretty much throwaway pieces unless you want to put them in your garden or something, but that's just how it is. And that's what's gonna happen sometimes. Here we go. And wow, look at that. Let's take this out into the sun. Look at that. Now this still needs to be soaked in some iron out or something. You can see in my last video how to do that, and you'll get some of these stains off, but look at that. That's just beautiful. Beautiful. All right, another one. We've got some white druzy,
Calcite.
big calcite crystal. And that one is solid. That one's a little bigger.
And that's a snowball.
Now that is what Noodle just described as a snowball. Okay.
When a crystal comes halfway, or comes out of the half,
That's a snowball.
double
Okay.
value.
Oh, nice. Okay, we've got an interesting piece here. I wouldn't quite call it a dud at all. Let's go check this out in better lighting. So we've got quartz crystals, we've got calcite in there, maybe some limonite after siderite. Pretty interesting piece. Pop. And we have a complete dud. But you know what? That's what you're gonna get sometimes. And that is fun and the mystery of digging up geodes. Getting their duds. You can see the calcite sticking out of the side of this one. Huge calcite crystal. So this might just be a big ball of calcite, or it could be some nice crystals in there. Oh, it is a big blob of calcite, but that's still cool.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Yeah. You've got some nice lustrous calcite crystals. Nice. Good stuff. So here's the big boy we found yesterday. And what Noodle was telling me, that when you get them this size, sometimes they're just too big for the cracker. So we're gonna see here. Maybe it'll crack, maybe not. Ooh, sounds like it might. I don't know, maybe not, huh? No. So that's a no. I think that's a no. All right, so we are prepared though to do it this way. Here you go. Good old-fashioned way. You guys watch your eyes if you're doing this, wear your safety goggles.
Noodles has super flash reflexes in his eyes, so he doesn't have to rain.
It looks like it's solid with
It is solid, yeah. With what's that?
A little bit of quartz on here.
A little bit of quartz in there, but mostly solid,
Yeah.
huh? Oh yeah, there's some quartz crystals, just a thin layer, huh? Okay, so there you go. So Noodle showed me how to operate his geode cracker. It's actually fairly simple, but a lot of fun. What? Oh, it is kind of fun, huh? Cracking your own geode. Look at that.
There you go.
It's only a semi-dud. No, it's not bad. We got some crystals in there, but that was fun. That is fun. So here's our table full of cracked geodes with the help of Noodle. We've really gotten these things looking nice. Now, we did have a lot of duds, and that's what happens. But that's the fun of it, and it's really cool to never know what you're going to get. And really, I was really surprised at the way these turned out, because I thought they were all just going to be plain quartz. But then some of them were like a citrine color. Some of them had these big burrs with calcite and all kind of weird stuff. So really turned out cool. This mine is open year-round, weather permitting. And you can come by just calling the number and talking to the owner, Johnny. And if you'd like, check the Facebook page out, Noodles, Rock, and Art, if you would like him to be your personal guide. Thanks for watching The Crystal Collector. If you're interested in purchasing some crystals, Google search Ultra Rocks and you'll find the eBay store to The Crystal Collector.